everyone. Welcome to Bitch Sesh. I'm your host, Danielle Schneider. Casey Wilson's still out with that baby, that cute little baby. But I have a really special co-host, guest, whatever you want to call it. She's a fan favorite. I would like to apologize in advance for myself. I just flew in this afternoon. I took a very early flight. See, this is where I'm at, guys. Flight. It was a fright, but a flight. And I also was up all night working. So I am at my best/worst right now in terms of like, I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth. I don't know what I don't know what I'm saying. I can barely see straight. It's not great up in here, and by up in here, I mean my head. So I don't know what's going to happen. Right now, I'm feeling not drunk, but not drunk. So I don't know what's going to happen. I can barely feel my face. So it's going to be what it's going to be. And I apologize. I'm doing my best. Please don't tell Casey because I don't want her to be mad at me. No tagging Casey, you guys. No tagging Casey that I ruined the show and blew this shit up. So, guys, I'm very excited to introduce this woman. She's more than a woman. She's many women. She's many women inside of one gorgeous woman. Oh. First of all, she just had a fucking baby. Oh. And guys, her breasts look great.
They're big.
Her ass is awesome.
It's tight.
It's tight. No, she looks amazing. Her bod is incredible. Oh God, I can't believe she just had a baby. I did not look like this. Loose sweater. Well, I had loose skin, so I would much prefer a loose sweater. But please welcome to the show. You know her. She's always on Watch What Happens Live. She has her own radio show on Radio Andy. Please welcome Amy Phillips.
Oh, what a wonderful intro.
I know.
Thank you so much.
Of me, and so like in a world where you know,
you have my permission.
Thank you.
To Ben Affleck me. Apparently.
No. It did
Casey
happen.
Affleck me?
I watched. They're both monsters. Anywho,
so it's good to be here.
I'm so happy to have you here. We've been wanting to do this for a while, and our schedules and crossed, and you went and had a baby.
I did. I went and did it. I can't believe it happened.
Welcome to the club.
And I'm happy to be here and out because I'm usually not anywhere except going to a work situation and back home.
Yeah, I remember.
So this is exciting.
And I think I've said this on the podcast too. Again, don't remember what I've said in general. But like going out after I had a baby would be like, I always felt like Gollum, you know, like into the light and like my precious. Like I just was like so freaked out by like coming out of my cave. That's
a perfect way to describe it. Yeah.
Yeah. So but you look incredible and you are in high spirits. You're still killing it.
Excited. I love the housewives. So it invigorates me.
It's a reason to get up. I will say when I had just had a baby and I was like, I couldn't do anything. Like I still made time for my girls. You know what I mean? And by my girls,
you have to.
And by my girls, I don't mean my friends.
No. I knew what you meant. I know exactly what you meant.
I meant my real friends.
I can't answer any texts.
No,
but from my parents or my loved ones. But I will be tuning in to all the housewives.
Oh, of course. And I didn't miss a single one. I mean, there's 17 of them, and I caught them all. Like I was working, and I was like, I don't have time to take on projects, but I have time for the housewives.
Listen, I'm like on my list of things to do today. I will be breastfeeding 19 times, and then I will also be catching Below Deck. I'm even watching Below Deck.
I mean, that's one I can't
because
even.
Captain Lee brings it, and if you haven't seen that, then
I have someone I work with, an agent who I work with, who's, I think, quite high powered. I'm at the bottom of his list of clients, FYI. He's got much bigger fish, so I don't even know if he knows my name. But I will say that he's like, when he knew that I was very involved in like housewives, he's like, and he's just like, I love Below Deck.
Oh my God. I can't. That's amazing.
Like it was just so uncharacteristic of him.
Right.
It was so strange.
Wow.
But, so I had more respect for him.
See, there you go. High powered people tend to like yachting shows.
Yes,
apparently.
Of course. He's like, I do like boating. I'm like, what does Below Deck really have to do with boating?
They're yachting all Danielle, yachting all over the place.
Technically, but that's like, what does Vanderpump Rules have to do with a bar? Not really anything.
That's true. But you do see him drop that anchor quite a lot. And then that's why Captain Lee is so upset all the time because he's got a real green crew this season.
Oh.
I said he is just up in arms about it. So
I watched Below Deck Mediterranean. I don't know if it was the same captain.
It's not. No, that's Captain Sandy.
Yes. Again.
Captain Lee. Anyway, I'm not here to talk Below Deck.
I mean, we could.
It's a little tease.
But I don't know I don't know what I'll say back. I'm sure I can still catch on very easily.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I would like to say that Amy and I are also in a book club together.
Yeah, a book club.
Now, I am very serious about this book club. I'm very involved, but I have not gone to one meeting.
Not a one. I've not seen your face.
I am on the email chain, and every month I'm like, girls, gonna see you in like 4 weeks, gonna have the book read, and always like 2 days beforehand I'm like, I will not be making it, and I have not read the book.
Well, it's, when you first get on the email thread and the email comes out and it's like, this is the book we're reading, ladies, let's round it up.
Yes.
And then everyone gets excited and the bits are going back and forth, and then things wane.
Yeah.
And you don't hear from anyone. And so like I co-moderated this last one and I chose the book for the last one.
Oh, you did.
So
that was your choice.
That was my choice.
Very interesting. Good to know.
We can get into why I chose that one.
Okay.
But I will say there were people that were real big fans. Mm-hmm. But it was one of the busiest times in my life, and I did have some major regrets about reading about horse training in this point in my life. So I was a bit of an error. However,
a bit interesting. When I was like, horse training, guys, I'm not going to make this when I'm real busy with my work kid life.
I could see the people fall off and I was like, it's because the book.
I know.
But anyway, it was about this woman named Beryl, and she was the first female aviator. She's like, and also first female horse trainer. Okay. In Kenya. So these are very important lessons that I learned in my life, that it was a good book for what it was. Probably won't read.
It's funny because I myself have broken a book club. Meaning like I have, with my choice, broken a club. You know how like
what was the choice?
I believe it was Cleopatra, but it was like that one that was very sort of like, it wasn't like a romantic-y fun Cleopatra. It was like, we think she was buried in like, in this place with these conditions. Like these were the conditions, like it was reality. And nobody wants to do that.
I kind of like that. The thing is, everyone wanted, there were some heavy books at the beginning, like real heavy. So there were some requests from, I won't mention any names, to keep it lighthearted. Yeah. Now there was one that I wanted to read it was voted down. Yeah. So, it is what it is, and we're not going to turn back. But what's the book this month?
This
Danielle?
one I'm excited, and everyone's on board.
And everyone's going to show up.
Hillary Clinton's What Happened. I'm listening to it on tape. I'm crying. I'm laughing. I'm involved. I'm excited.
So that's going to be great.
Everyone chimed in, and this will be the first book club out of 6 that I have attended. And I am a part of this book club. I take it seriously. When people say, "Are you in a book club?" I say yes.
Yeah.
But I have not officially begun my tenure there.
But you're going to be there, and it's going to be amazing. Yeah. It's going to probably be the best one yet.
Yeah, and then I will you won't see me for a while.
Because the next book is going to be about pig training.
Yeah, I don't trust this book club's choices.
The first one was Handmaid's Tale. That was a good choice.
I had read that and I felt too close to it. I felt like it was just after the election. I was like, I can't do this. There were some heated arguments. Yeah. So I respected that choice, but I was just like, I can't get involved in this right now. And again, I was just like, I'm too tired. Yeah, I know. But I am excited about this book club. Good. I would like to talk. There's one question I've been dying to ask you.
Oh
now,
my gosh,
you are on Radio Andy. You are always on Watch What Happens Live. Your impressions are amazing, and we're going to get to some of those because I want to know what you got up your sleeve. Okay. Like dance monkey dance. Okay. Is what I'm going to say to you. Dance. But I would like to know, and I think our listeners would like to know. Okay. What did Andy Cohen get you as a baby gift?
Oh my God. He got me a huge stuffed Snoopy.
That's awesome.
Yes, I even posted it on my Instagram. Oh, sorry. I asked him. I was like, "Can I post this? Because this is too incredible. Like,
that's a great gift.
This big."
I believe him to be a great gift giver.
And guess what? So I was watching Flipping Out the other night.
Okay.
And so they have a baby, and they're moving, and what's in the room but a big, large stuffed Snoopy. And I was like, now that's the Andy Cohen baby gift. Yeah, and I was like, I am in the really good company.
You are
in
the good company.
Baby gift that he gave Jeff Lewis. I'm assuming.
Well, no, I have a friend that gives everyone a chair. And so I always get that. I got the rocking chair too. We all get the chair. It's
nice.
Gorgeous. It's a nice gift. I can't afford to give it to anyone. So I say it with love. Like,
Right.
Oh, you got this person's chair.
You got the chair.
Yeah, you got the chair. We all know you're friends with that person. So much, again, good group to be involved in.
I didn't get the chair, so I'm not.
No,
friends
you're
with that
not.
person. Okay.
Not very popular.
Not in the book club.
No. Now, did any housewives gives you any baby gifts?
Leah Black sent me like this sort of like baptismal cloth, like a linen.
Right. I didn't watch Miami, but I know her personality, and that feels like right in her wheelhouse.
Yeah, and it says like baby on it. Baby. Not like blessed baby.
Yeah,
it
just
seems
like,
very like a holy gift, but but she was probably like, I'm not gonna get anything, like that's too religious. So she just gave me this like cloth, and I have it. It's lovely. No one else gave me anything, I don't think.
Bitches.
I know.
No one else?
No.
Who are you close
Oh my
with?
God, but you know who gave me something so amazing?
Who?
I have to give Eliza Rosen, who's a friend of mine. She's a podcast, Reality of Reality. Gave me the blue striped bunny in a cellophane wrapper.
Casey got one too.
Oh, no way.
Yes. It's a great gift. I mean, it's the gift you give to any housewife.
I was shocked. Shocked.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. But that's it.
No, that's a great gifts. I mean, I expected more.
I did too.
Who are you close with of the house?
I'm
not close, but like who do you have on like who could you call right now? And
You know
not that
what?
we're going
That's
to,
a
but-
really good question. I'm not really. I can't say I'm close with any of them, which I like it that way. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
want
how we
to.
are.
That's how I want to keep it. However, I will say I feel like I could call Dorinda.
Really?
I could call Dorinda.
I love her.
And I love Dorinda. I feel like she's been on my show a few times. She even filled in for me when I was on maternity leave.
Wow.
And I feel like she's salt of the earth. And I really feel like I could, yeah.
Love her. I do. I could watch her do anything. And she's the voice of reason. Again,
Yeah.
and you don't have to comment on this. I do believe there is a drinking situation.
100%. I don't think she would disagree.
Yeah, I mean, she forgot her clothes many times on many trips. Her entire suitcase.
Dialogue is constantly subtitled. They have to put,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a situation. I enjoy the situation, and
too.
I God bless it.
Yeah, I don't want her.
Yeah.
It's a
But-
change.
No, but I like that you have a camaraderie with
Yeah,
her.
I feel like and I could call Leah Black.
Leah Black.
And Leah Black. And then I don't think there's anybody else that there are like some people from Vanderpump Rules that I could, like Kristen Doty. I could probably like maybe if I go hang out with her tonight, if she'd be up for
I'm
it.
going to say this, and I say this with love. I think anyone in the city could hang out with Kristen.
All right, well, that's a fair point.
I mean, like, and
Fair
not
point.
as an insult. I just feel like she seems, and again, I do not watch it, and I am impressed by so many of your connections. So this isn't a cut on you.
It's nothing to be impressed by, trust me.
But I believe that she is a lost soul wandering the valley.
Streets of, yeah. Well,
am I right?
Robertson
I don't know.
specifically, because
Yes.
that's where all the restaurants are.
But is she okay? Is she okay?
I don't think so.
No, I didn't
Well,
think so.
she's got a boyfriend who she's been with for a while now. And I think she's better. I will
she
say
better?
she's way better than she used to be.
I don't believe she makes good choices in boyfriends. So I don't. Again, I know nothing about this new
one's
relationship.
straight up pretty good.
Good?
Yeah, he's been
Okay.
really, really good for her. The only thing is, last season on Vanderpump Rules, it was boring because she's not as crazy Kristen anymore.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like we don't want her to
How
straighten
old is
out.
Kristen?
I don't know, maybe like 28. I'm gonna guess 27,
She's
28.
lived, man.
Yeah.
She's
Some rough roads.
There's been,
Mhm. Yeah. She's been down it.
Come back stronger. I mean, she's a phoenix rising from the
Absolutely.
ashes.
But yeah, I'm not really friends. I like to keep my
Yes.
arm's length, a few arm's length, because then I can't have my own opinions if I'm
Yeah.
friends with them.
Of course not.
I don't, I like when I meet them, I'm super thrilled. I'm super excited.
Oh, to their faces,
Yeah.
and it's not even. I don't even feel like I would be two-faced in the sense that like when I see them, I believe what I'm saying.
Oh,
so if I'm like, I
absolutely.
love you. Like if
Yeah.
I ran into, oh my God, I mean. If I ran into Kyle, I would be like, I love you.
Yeah.
I think you are the voice of reason on the
Yeah,
show. I
yeah.
would be like, your hair is gorgeous. Like I would believe it at that moment because
Right,
like
right.
a unicorn or some sort of wizard, I would be entranced. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
Yeah,
Because
it
you're
is
with
weird.
them.
Yeah.
But like then behind their back, I'd be like, well, she's got to cut that hair. You know what I mean? Like and again, it's not like I'm
Right,
lying
right.
to her face. I believe what I'm saying at the moment I'm saying it.
One thing is, I just don't like how housewives get involved in what so much on Twitter and in social media and what people say about them as much.
Yes.
I think they should just let it be a world that exists without them interfering. I just think that we should do our thing and they should do theirs.
Exactly. And I feel that like in life, I'm like, I don't want to know if someone's talking shit about me. Like,
absolutely.
Just don't tag me.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Have at. God bless.
Don't. Just
don't tell
Some
me.
people do that with for Radio Andy, and they'll tag the housewife, and I'm like, no. Why would you do that?
Yes.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Now, what impression are you working on right now? I would like to know.
Okay.
Something that...
Well, your daughter's sleeping, so I feel like...
Oh, it's fine. She's fine.
These are
She's downstairs.
loud.
I don't care about her. Okay. Just do this. This is more important than her sleep.
Well, I had to like make sure that my baby was sleeping when I was working on this video. I mean, sorry, not sleeping when I was working on this video, because I would have certainly woken her up. Kelly Dodd from OC.
Wow.
I've been working on her, and she's just very like, you're mean to me. You're mean. Shannon, I mean, she's just very loud.
You got that that thing that she does with her vowels.
Yeah, I like how she's always like, everyone's mean to me. You're mean to me, and he's mean to me. She's mean to me. And then a second later, she's like, I'm sorry I said that. Like, that was mean. That was really mean. And so I'm sort of like, I'm kind of working on that. And then I love Kelly's mom, Bobby, who's like, Kelly, you gotta stop. Stop it, Kelly. And then the hair. I'm obsessed with the mom. So.
She looks like a Fraggle.
She does. Right? It's real high in the back. It kind of comes down at an angle, too, which I appreciat.
I didn't know it was a choice until this week's episode. Like, it seemed to me.
You thought it was just matted
down. She had woken up.
Yeah.
And she was like, Mom, get out here. And then, like, the cameras were there to greet her. You know what I mean? Like, but she didn't know. Like,
right.
But now this week I was like, oh, this is a choice. Yes, it's a cut. Yeah. She said, she went in and she was like, give me the Fraggle.
Stadium seating.
Yeah, the stadium seating.
Mixed with a little Fraggle on top.
And they were like, yeah, let's do this. So that was interesting. But to get her, who
I love her,
I don't do I'm trying to think who I do. Do I do anyone, April? Lisa, Brenna, not really.
The one who...
Oh, Cameron. But I think let's do Cameron. Okay.
Yes.
So let me hear your cat.
Oh, my Cameron. Oh, okay. It's like if it's not pink, it should be blonde. And if it's not blonde, it should be sparkle. It's like really swallowed, right?
Okay, let me try. I just think she's not classy. Like, she's not, like, I don't want to be around that.
It's perfect because it's Novocaine mouth.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
It's like her mouth is traveling the world. You know what I mean? Like, you know how like those animals, like those snakes that can unlock their jaws to
or
eat like an animal bigger than it is.
I love.
Like, that's what her jaw is doing. It's like unlocking to eat something bigger than her own self. That's what I feel like.
Brandy.
Mm-hmm.
She's unlocking her jaw to eat brandy.
To eat brandy. I was like, okay, so that your Cameron is really good. Like, I don't read. That's like the closest I can do.
No,
really
I'm not. It's not.
No, yours is
quite there.
great.
But yeah, I think if we could combine the two, it would be kind of like an amazing impression.
What's one word we can both say? What does she say a lot? What's a word?
Blonde.
Or
pink. No, not pink so much. How about sparkle?
I'm just like looking at you doing what you do. Sparkle.
I am obsessed with Cameron, but I think she's an incredible new addition.
Oh, she is saving this friend. I mean, everything has really kicked into gear. I mean, we always had Leanne, but Leanne, we didn't watch last season. And so we didn't watch last season. We were not interested.
Really?
And then we gave it a chance. Like, we give everything a chance.
Sure.
And we got on board.
Okay, yeah.
So we're really excited.
I'm so glad to have you here with me because I am.
Have you.
And a lot of, I'm sure, your listeners that love the show too.
Yeah.
So they're probably super psyched.
Well, we're going to get into the Housewives in a second. We'll take a quick break and then we'll come back and talk Jersey.
Yay.
Guys, we're back with Jersey. Now, let me ask you, what do you think of Jersey this year? We're just in it, but what are your thoughts about Jersey in general? Just in the 2 weeks back.
I think they're off to a pretty hot start.
Yeah.
The trailer itself got me very titillated.
Me too.
I mean, I was like, Well, first of all, I'm like excited to see what Dolores is going to bring to the table because last season it was just like, I want white granite. You know, that's all we got from her. She just wanted to, and then she didn't even end up having white granite.
Yeah,
in
and
her
it was
kitchen.
all like, I'm opening a gym. I was like, okay.
It was just so, and then there was Frankie, which is great. But now her ex-husband, you know, coming in
moved back
which is, you know,
I mean,
he wants to be on, it seems like he just wants to be on a show.
camera?
Yeah.
I can't. Her and her son, big and little Frankie their necks are the size of my entire house. Like I've never seen such thick-necked men.
We were laughing. We're like, how is the camera person's like, I need a different lens. I need a new lens. Because how is he fitting both of those two guys in one shot? It's impossible.
And I will say I like Dolores is the Dorinda of
really?
New Jersey. I mean, not quite as exciting, but a little more salt of the earth. I trust her a little bit, as much as I can trust any of these women to, you know.
I'm gonna agree with that and say probably seems like the most trustworthy out of any of them, actually, now that I think about it.
Of any series ever, or just New Jersey?
Just New Jersey.
Sorry. I would.
No, I could have made that statement.
Yeah.
I could have. And maybe that is true. I need to think on this. But if you think about it, like, I don't really trust Siggy right now because she's really going into...
Siggy we trusted last year. Something has happened over the break. What happened?
I don't know. I think she got thirsty and she must have just been revving up for this season to start. Like... It is kind of astounding to me how she has really altered her personality to become already a caricature of herself.
Yeah.
That usually doesn't happen until 4 seasons in.
Well, last weekend, our my co-host Deanna Deanna Chang was here, and she said, and Michael Rappaport was our guest, and Deanna felt like producers had started things, and Michael Rappaport felt like he didn't want to know. He doesn't like to think about the producer's input on the show. Do you think that the producers have revved Siggy up, or you think this is Siggy revving herself up?
I think it's Siggy revving herself up. I think she totally is like, and I don't disrespect that either. I kind of am like, well, we're two episodes in and we already have them yelling at each other at a table. And I like, that's what I want to come to Jersey and I want to see some yelling.
Yes.
So let's do it.
Yeah, I felt like last season there wasn't enough. And Jacqueline was just kind of crazy and bored and old, and I was just not interested anymore. So this season has something for me. I will say, like, looking at Danielle Staub, her hair is such a and again, I know we're in Jersey, so know that I know where we are hair-wise.
Sure, right.
Like, I'm not expecting miracles. I'm not expecting real hair. I'm not expecting long curled
no
strand,
bobs, no nice straight bobs.
Yeah, I'm not expecting like age appropriate hair, but Danielle's rat trap. Like, what? Who has told her to go on television and that's okay?
There is so much hair there and so many different, I think, extensions that have collected over the years.
Yes.
That maybe there's some there that she doesn't even know are there.
Thank you.
I didn't realize this
It looks like men have jizzed in her hair. And it just like got caught in there. She's like, I'll deal with it later.
Gives it more body.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? I don't have time. I gotta work out and go. And so like she hasn't even had time, and then she just forgot about it, and she's gotten like sticky.
Oh
and
my God, that is disgusting.
And again, guys, I say this with love.
Love. If you love Danielle Staub, you're gonna love her Instagram. If you are not following her,
I'm not.
Oh my God,
is it insane?
Oh, okay. Let me just first of all, she always does like an outfit of the day, you know, the OOTD thing. But I don't even think that she hashtags OOTD, which why wouldn't you when you're actually doing an outfit of the day?
Yeah.
And there's always a pic collage of it. So it's like it's going to be two-sided, and it's the same outfit, but on one side she'll have the blazer on and the other side she'll just have it off. And you're always going to see a staircase in the background.
Wow.
Or a dining room table. It's always, and then the more recent one, she's on top of the dining room table and she's very serious, very serious.
What is she doing? She's sitting on top of
She's sitting on top of the table, or she's standing and very sexy on the staircase. And then she's very serious in her look, but her posts are like, are you guys revved up for Jersey? You know what I mean? But then her posts are like, they're very intense. So
I gotta get on get on board.
Check her out.
Now the cake was the big. That just felt like like when she goes, "You're animals," and they're like, "Don't call." Like it's like, yes, these women have always been animals since season 1. Like I wish everyone would just acknowledge,
just agree.
Yeah,
Out of all the cities, I think Jersey are where the animals live
for sure. Their base, they rules, reason, taste do not apply,
right.
And that is the given of the situation. So I'm happy. Like.
Now, listen, let me ask you. Okay, so if I spent, Siggy finally revealed that it was $1,000 cake.
Yes.
On a silver platter, 3 tiers.
Yes.
Now, if I were to have spent that amount of money, being in my situation, I definitely feel like I would be that angry.
Yeah, me too.
But she's not me. And she's her.
Also, I feel like if you're going to spend more than like $35 on a Costco cake, like, you know what I mean? Like, then you can afford $1,000 cake. Like, it would never even occur to me.
Right.
So if you can afford $1,000 cake, then money
why
is
would you
cake
care?
to you. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? Like, does that make sense? Like, then it's all cake. It doesn't matter.
Right. And why would you even care?
Yeah.
They were outside. It looked like they were almost on the docks. Like, I don't even know where they were. No one was around.
She's like, this is my town. It's like,
oh, wait, that should have been like a drinking game.
I know. It's like, to me, one of the favorite moments, was it Margaret that said it when she was like, you embarrassed me in my town. Yeah. And Margaret's like, you went into a restaurant and acted like an asshole. Like, far more embarrassing than the cake was her going into like basically a Maggiano's and being like, everybody knows me in this town. Like, it was crazy.
I could not believe how she entered that restaurant. I was astounded.
Yeah.
Who would do that? And I want to know, if the cameras weren't on her, would she have done that? Yeah, I think she probably would have. And that's why I'm glad she's just doing her.
Yes.
And we get to see it. But still, and then she's outside telling the ladies that she doesn't want them to disrespect her in her best friend Lori's house. And then she barges in and she's like, Lori! And it, again, loud, disrespectful. And yet you're telling them to relax.
Now, that was one of the weirder moments of the entire show. We had to all like stop the TV, which was when they get there and they're like, Teresa, we know you've been going through a tough time and we know you don't know how to swim.
Oh my God, right.
A swim lesson. That was like so strange. First of all, that Teresa doesn't know how to swim is shocking to me, only because she's so rich. Like, and as you pointed out, Amy, they have a shore house.
Right.
So to not be able to swim and to own a house with a dock in the back on a large body of water, namely the Atlantic Ocean.
But their shore house is, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seemed like it was on like just a small ravine.
Perhaps.
So maybe I wouldn't want to swim in that
water.
Okay, yeah,
that like if you fell in,
right? Which that could happen with how rowdy they get.
Yeah, how drunk and crazy they
get. That was so odd.
And then to have an afternoon luncheon, and then to teach someone to swim in.
And they didn't even make a metaphor of it. Like I totally was like, okay, I expect the testimonial, the interview to come back to Teresa and her be like, I'm drowning in life right now.
Yeah.
My husband's away. My mom just died. I'm drowning. I don't want to drown, so I take a swim lesson. Like, I'm like, why can't you at least make that correlation?
Oh, she's not
bring
that
it
clever.
Together.
But you know what you have in Teresa's voice, which you do really well, that sort of thing that's like I can't do it. But yeah, whatever she's got. No, mine is the insane version of it, but yours is like that thing in the back.
Yeah, it's in the back. Yeah, you just gotta slow it. Yeah.
I sound
like kind of like a puppet.
Yeah. I sound like I have just like nougat in the back of my throat, but you have like you have it. But like that's what you perfectly captured in Teresa. But another weird moment that we all laughed about was this. Really made me laugh is Margaret is throwing Teresa basically a beachside like funeral service or memorial service.
Man.
And Margaret says, even though I only met Teresa 36 hours ago, she opened up to me, so I'm throwing her a memorial service.
And I was like, I pointed out to you, I go, this episode seems like an episode of Housewives.
Yes.
That's how outlandish the things that they're saying are.
It is. Well, we never, as I've said many times, we never really had to stray far from the truth on Housewives.
Yeah,
like we
that's
were
true.
really
That is
just
true.
paying tribute. We didn't have to go far outside of it because it was always so crazy. And this is one of those moments. If we ever got another season, like there's so much
That's
good
it.
material.
This episode alone. And I did appreciate that Margaret said that with her formal pigtails in.
Yes, you did point out that she had her casual pigtail look and her night
her daytime pigs.
Yeah, she had the daytime pigs and then she had evening wear pigs.
Right. And then I was shocked to see her with her hair down. Well, not her hair, but some of Danielle's hair.
Yes.
That it's on loan.
Yeah.
Full head of hair. That was too much. I was like, no. We want you. Let's just keep you in the pigtails.
She has a lot of looks going on. She has not mastered her makeup. And so
this is what you're missing in Dallas. If you go back, you haven't seen Leanne season 1 makeup. And that is because now she's just like any other basic bitch housewife.
Yes.
Her makeup is perfect and it's all great. Season 1 Leanne is the best Leanne you'll ever know.
Really?
Yup. And because her makeup, she's got like the rosy cheeks. And even Brandy has like the blue eyeshadow. They didn't know so much the first season, but then they change. And I hate it when they change.
But I think their makeup is the most extreme of all the housewives.
Who?
Dallas.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I mean, we'll get into that. But their makeup is I've never seen such makeup. And it's...
Then you need to then go back because it's even better last season.
Wow, really?
Well, better bad.
Because I also think, and I think we've talked about this on the show, is that like, I don't think Dallas started off as a real housewives.
It didn't.
It didn't, right?
No, right.
And you can tell. And I think makeup is one of those telltale signs.
That's a really good point.
Because I think Andy Cohen
That's a good point.
Was like, no. As he says, touch it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he doesn't want
That's right.
any, no. He knows, he gets his girls in line. Like, he knows they have to look their best.
But sometimes I want them to stay in their true form.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you look at the first season of OC,
I guess we don't want to go backwards.
We can't go backwards. Because it's like when you see a lot of people. It's like when you see a lot of people with plastic surgery, and then you look at a normal person, you're like, what? Like you
go back home.
Everything starts to look normal when you see a lot of people. You're like, oh, this is the normal where I base everybody. Everybody has plastic surgery. When you see a real person with just the real face, you're shocked by it.
It is.
And so I think that's like the other makeup is just shocking.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, so we can't quite.
Yeah, I don't want Margaret to change too much out of her pigtails.
No, please no. But her makeup needs a little bit of work.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but I like it bad.
Other things that happened when Teresa was like, I threw the cake because my mom died, or like, you know what I mean? It's like, wow, okay, sure. It was a release. I was like, okay, I'm going on this journey with you. Sure. I mean, I do. Yeah. I feel for Teresa. Her life is in the shitter.
It really is.
Her husband's in jail. She just left jail. Her mother has died suddenly, and she was best friends with her mother. She is alone in this huge house with these 4 daughters, and it is tough to be Teresa.
It really
I believe
is.
that.
And that memorial, I don't think she was really into it when Margaret brought that big flower arrangement.
I was like, this is a lot to ask of someone.
It is. Putting her on the spot like that, I was like, that's pretty ballsy and emotional. I mean, that's a touchy subject. And you could tell Teresa was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this. And then once they went around, she couldn't help but let herself go. And that was a really touching moment. Yes, and I really feel for Teresa, and I will say, I love the way she cries, that it's just squeals. And then her little daughter squeal cries too, right?
It's so cute though,
it's
right?
Pretty cute. Yeah.
I do love her and her daughters. And we even got to see Gabriella smile, which I don't know what her voice sounds like. Has she spoken on the show? I
don't think she has.
I have no memory of it, but we got to
maybe one time when her mom was in prison, she was on the phone with her and then the phone disconnected. Remember that? No. That was heartbreaking.
Oh,
yeah, that was
girls.
bad. That was sad. But she's back.
Yeah, she's back. She's back.
And now her dad's gone. But and now her grandma's gone. But it's fine. They're leading the pull up.
It's all gonna be fine. It's all
stronger
gonna be fine.
in the end. Stronger in the end.
Do you remember when they were sitting around the table, Teresa's kids and Joe and the kids and the grandpa and the little boy who is 7 and definitely has a mustache was like, boys is, what did he say? Boys are annoying, girls are sexy. Yeah. I was like, wow.
Yeah. And Joe's like, Oh, I just said that. He got that from me.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he's been told that many times.
And you also said something
those
else.
kids are going to. And again, guys, I know they're kids. I'm just saying what I think, but I think that kid's going to lose his virginity in like 2 years.
Yeah.
For sure.
He's going to follow in his dad's footsteps.
Yes, right? Like these kids are so grown up. I know they're like 7 and 11, but I was like, they are men.
No.
Like they are.
I can't remember what Joe said.
mustaches.
How old was Joe? How old did he say he was?
He said he was like 11 or 12.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Like, it's insane. Me at 11 or 12 was like, hey, guys. Did I do it? I was literally like, oh, my scoliosis. It was
Thank
tough.
God.
I looked like a child.
Thank God.
My boobs didn't come in until I was like 17. Like, it was tough times.
Good.
Like,
no, that's good times.
yeah, no, I'm glad it happened.
Absolutely.
I'm glad that I got to be a kid for a long time. But like, I did not look like these Giudice / Gorga children. Like they are men and women more than I am right now.
Me too.
Like they have, and again, I love them. God bless
Melania
them.
is more in touch with her emotions than I am, for sure.
Melania is going to be famous.
Yeah.
But she's going to do something important. Or kill somebody.
I was just going to say.
No, because she has calmed down.
She's going to get in trouble at one point. There's going to be trouble.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I think she has calmed down. I think she has had to step in and be the man of the house. A little bit. You know what I
You're
mean?
right.
Like she's kind of had to take the Joe place.
It's going to be sad, but I think that it's going to be the hardest for her that Joe's gone.
Yes.
It's the saddest.
Yes.
I hate that because I loved watching them together.
I think we saw her at one point, like, I'm going to go bring the garbages out. Like, I feel like she has taken over. She kind of like looks like him. Like she's the most like him. They had similar personalities.
And the most likable of the whole family, really.
And they kind of had a sense of humor. Like, shut up. No, you shut up. Like, you know, they're both sort of like tough little meatballs.
Yes.
And so,
God,
so they kind of, they got each other. And so like she's his replacement in the house. So I think she's going to be okay. Like it's tough for her, but like, I don't know why I don't think she's going to get in trouble. A few years ago I did, but she seems like to have her feet on the ground now a little bit.
You don't think trouble like when she's like 18, 19, 20? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like
maybe.
in her 20s.
No, yes. But like, I hope that she...
I think she's just going to be a real risk taker.
Yeah, I mean, she was the one that was like on the like little tractor, like going around. Right. I don't know why I'm trying to. I don't know. What I want for her is not.
She's gonna be a stunt woman.
Yeah, like she's gonna like rule this world. Like I love her. She's a maniac, but I want it to be a smooth road for her.
Absolutely.
I don't know that it will be, but I hope against hope.
Agreed.
Now there was also the book cover. Oh, first we saw. Dolores says when what's her name? Margaret
at Siggy's house, you mean?
Yes. When Margaret says to her, like, she insulted her IQs and Dolores goes, I don't know what my IQ is. Maybe she's right.
Oh, she said that? Oh my God, I totally missed that. That's hilarious.
That really made me laugh. And then we had Sexy Chef. And I'm fine if that's the name of your company.
Oh, company, right.
But it wasn't, because then she was like, I'm sorry, Sexy Chef. Like, that to me was like, oh, it's not the name of your company. She was so
sincere, too.
Yeah, she was like that was his name.
Right. Yeah.
I thought it was like, because I've used thrown a party and been like, oh, I'm going to get hot chefs or whatever. And they were terrific or whatever. But I wasn't like, oh, thank you, hot chef. Can you clean this up? Like I wasn't.
You know what? I actually think now that probably is the company name, and she's just calling him that. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But did his little like title card come up?
Yes, but it was hot chef.
It did say,
or not. I mean, sexy. Thank you, Abe. Sexy Z. Chef. But I guess.
Yeah, maybe that is his name. That's ridiculous.
That's weird.
Only in Boca, I guess.
Only in Boca.
Wow.
I've been to Boca. I'm from Boca, but I've never used.
Oh, you should definitely. Now you know to refer your friends.
Now I know where to go. And then there were, as you said, the book cover in Siggy's living room, just like she was at a Barnes and Noble.
That had shades of like Phaedra back in the day with the exercise DVD thing. And then also, I don't know if you watched Pump Rules, but like Katie Maloney, No,
Yes.
I'm sorry. Sheena.
Yes, has the pic. Yes, I do
The
know.
wedding pictures.
Yes.
Okay. Because
R.I.P.
Siggy had
R.I.P.
Oh yeah. Yeah. God rest. But then Siggy had the pictures all of herself, like a bunch from a different photo shoot. But I couldn't make it out at first. I was like, is that Slash from Guns N' Roses? Because all I saw was like, it looked like a bass guitar and then like a lot of hair.
Yes.
But it was Siggy.
It was just Siggy.
Yeah.
Siggy. It was not a bass guitar. It was Siggy.
Siggy.
And a lot of hair.
It was a cake in the shape of a guitar.
And then we have the dinner finally where it all comes out that, you know, finally they've all been sort of sitting on this anger about her calling them trash, her saying that they were from New Jersey.
Yeah.
I do think she got overheated about it. I think she was just like, hey guys, that her, like a normal person.
Yeah.
Someone that might be in our circle would say, hey, I spent a lot of that cake. I worked hard. I guess it just hurt my feelings. I understand that everyone was having fun, but it just hurt my feelings because I spent a lot and I went through a lot. And then I would be like, oh my God, yeah, sorry. We apologize. Like that's how people act.
That's what we do. Yeah. That's what we do at book club.
But that doesn't happen. Yeah. When I'm at it, which I will be. But that was, you know, it was just kind of like they all kind of went a little nuts.
And I actually really enjoyed Danielle Staub this episode. I thought she was very funny at times.
You don't call me trash. Like that is her trigger word. Because don't you remember season 1? She was like, call me garbage once, call me garbage twice. I think that's about enough.
She really likes to break it down because she's like, you're not trash. You're not trash. You're not. And she's going around the table. I'm like, okay, you could have just said none of us are trash, but you really had to single out every single person to break it down, which I appreciated.
Yeah, no, that's a real trigger for her though. Like you can call her anything, prostitution, whore, everybody's fine, but you call her garbage. You call her trash. You can't come back from that.
Oh my God. And I loved what Teresa said. One of the funniest things that she's ever said in the history of any Teresaism. Not wanting to leave with a doggy bag because the crab cakes were salty.
Yeah. Crab cakes are salty anyway. I was like, God bless Teresa. Like, gotta get one more in.
It's like she had prison food for a long time.
Yeah.
But God knows she knows what a good crab cake tastes
sure
like.
Does.
And I love her for that. Crab cakes do tend to be a little on the salty side. I will say.
And Sexy Chef can't escape that trap. So that was a good episode. Should we move on to Dallas?
Yes.
Now, Brandy and Stephanie are party girls like I have never seen before.
I've been so surprised at Stephanie's behavior. Not so much Brandy, because when Brandy came out of the gates, I kind of, we saw what she has to offer.
Brandy can drink in a way that is shocking to me. Like, I'm like, this girl can hold it down.
Yeah, she can. And her eyes just keep getting squintier and squintier, and the eye makeup gets getting darker and darker.
But Leanne is a trooper in a way. Like, and I talked about this last week, how she has just come out of a full surgery.
Mm-hmm. Oh
and
my
God.
She
is doing an obstacle course.
I can't believe that. That's how, yeah, you're right.
That's like how, as I said last week, that's how much she wants to be on camera. She's
100%.
like, I will do, like, I would be like, I'm just going to sit this obstacle course. I would have sat the whole vacation out. But this obstacle course, I'm going to sit out because this is dangerous.
Volleyball game?
I mean,
and dinner,
MVP, sutures like flying, and she's like,
and she was in pain. You could tell.
Did you see all the drugs that were in her room? Yes, like just the amount of painkillers and like anti-inflammatories and anti-infection medication that she needed to take just to keep herself standing on this fucking Mexican vacation.
She had no problem with it. She was like, "I'm in it to win it, and I'm not. There's no going back."
That's where the true carny blood comes in strong. That's where you're like, you know that she is made of tougher stuff. That's where like she's had it done to her. Like she has been through worse.
I will never be able to get to that level in my life where I could withstand that amount of pain. And that was nothing for her. And that's it. But she was in her testimonial too. She was like, I am in pain right now. But my God, it was like, I didn't want her to leave. I didn't. I was like, hang in there. Just one more serve. But every single serve that she did, I was like, ow.
I know, but she was fine. And then it comes out, she's like, you don't get to be captain of the volleyball team for nothing. She's like, what? Your past is a tapestry.
Yeah, because we never even got into the volleyball.
So like, did you go to high school? I thought you were on the carnival circuit. You had time to do extra curric? Like, what's happening here? Like, that to me was shocking. I was like, what? Like, okay, like who drove you to practice? Like, just like a clown car? Like, how did you get there? Like, I have so many questions for Leanne.
There was a sand pit behind the balloon dart game, and that's where we played.
Me and the other carnies and the little man and the bearded lady. We all were on a volleyball team.
I was the server.
We played against the Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey. Like, what? I just was like, I'm shocked by the whole thing.
It was incredible.
And then this whole thing with the friggin' dildo. I was so bored. I was like, I don't care about this.
Well, like, it's interesting because they keep calling like Brandy and Stephanie very childish and immature, and they're right. They really are. I mean, it's kind of like low hanging fruit. Oh wow, blah 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 blah. Sexual chocolate. I mean, is that really anyone's sense of humor?
No.
I mean, how old are we?
It was just stupid and old, and the fact that they kept bringing it back. I wanted the editors. I was like, do you just not have anything else? Like, what's
right?
Because there was other good stuff, but I was just kind of like,
their sense of humor is not on point. It's not funny.
Yeah, I just said I can't with this stupid dildo. I can't with the stupid dildo, and I just said it's stupid. I hate it.
And then you're not gonna like the first season then because there were a lot of like poop and fart jokes that are just not funny. I mean, I'm game for a good poop or fart joke.
Believe me, we have on this podcast talked about shits and farts constantly.
But there's a fun way to discuss these things. But when you're not funny with it, let's leave it. Let's leave it on the side.
Just be smart about it. No, just be really smart about it. Have the smartest poop joke. Have the smartest dildo joke.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm asking. Yeah.
Now, watching Cameron run was tough.
Oh, yeah. And I think it was at Brandy that it was like a giraffe finding its legs. That was a funny thing because it was absolutely true.
She was fast, but like, do you remember in The Lord of the Rings where there was those like tree people? Like when they were like facing the army of orcs?
Yes.
There was those like weird tree people.
I will never look at her the same.
Yeah, that's what I was like. That's what was kind of like watching her run. Like
with the net too. I was like, oh God, is she going to make it under there?
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with her body.
Yeah.
It's so interesting to look at because she's so skinny and lean and tall. Does she kind of remind you of Nicole Kidman in some ways?
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
I totally hear that. Yeah, that's a good call.
Does not sound anything like Nicole Kidman.
No, nor does she look like Nicole Kidman, but she just has a similar like vibe. They're both like see-through pale skin
right.
and sort of tall and lanky.
As Brandy called her, Big Bird.
Also, when Carrie started talking about her vagina, like obviously like Cameron doesn't want anyone to talk about their body parts, but then when Carrie started talking about her vagina, Cameron's like, she has a medical what did she say? She has like a medical condition in her vagina. It's like, all right, she has sand in her vagina. She got sand and it's itchy and it's going to cause a yeast infection. That's like, let's not
a medical issue.
Yeah.
And it was funny because she was giving everyone such a hard time about being, gross. And then she was like, well, Brandy can suck it.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah. She's a hypocrite. She's just a fucking hypocrite.
She got busted. That was some Real Housewives busting. What do you think about the baby voices between Brandy and Stephanie?
They make me crazy.
Anything, welcome to my house. They all talk like this. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. Yeah. Do you think I should keep the pool? My husband hates me. Oh no, put him in the fireplace. My two girls, I'm gonna have a third even though I can't control the first two. Oh really? They seem really upset all the time. I know. Your husband looks like Josh Brolin blown up. Oh, he does. Why can't we talk on our big girl voices? I don't know. It's a Texas thing. I sort of like talking like this. Me too. It's a very soothing. It really is. It's relaxing me. I actually feel like I could be more attractive this way. Yeah, no, but I'm really mad though. I'm so pissed off.
I know when they're mad, it's like,
I'm so pissed off. I'm really pissed off. No, it was my fault. No, I'm angry. No, I'm angry. I'm angry. No, but this is not okay. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. I love you.
I could talk like that all day. It's so fun. Sorry, audience, but we like it.
That was fun.
Now, why was that captain hanging with them with the shirt Hulk? Why was Captain Hulk hanging with them, like
On the boat?
Yeah. Did you notice that?
I did not notice the captain with them.
I don't know. And then they were all puking.
Oh God, this is why I could never be a Real Housewife, because the amount of boat jaunts they go on, I could never survive. I get boat sick all the time.
Yeah, I could never
I would be out. I was happy to finally see the realistic experience on a boat, because usually when they go yachting, everything's lovely and fine. Even the junk boat, for Beverly Hills, whatever.
I miss that junk boat. That junk boat.
Yeah, I wish we could go back. There wasn't enough time on
that
that
was an amazing episode.
Really
2
was.
episodes or 3. They were like on
Was
the junk
it?
boat for fucking 4.
And I feel like it wasn't enough. That just goes to show.
The whole season on a junk boat.
Yeah.
But
Spin-off.
But
Junk boat gets a spin-off.
When they called out Leanne for saying about Mark at the roundup, he gets his dick sucked at the roundup. I know the boys who done it.
That was incredible.
But Leanne's reaction was just like, all right, I said that.
Yeah.
Like Leanne at least always kind of like fesses up. I did say that.
Yeah.
I did say that. I mean, I don't know what happens there. I don't know.
No, she's like, well, you poke a bear, what do you expect? and then she's like, actually, she never apologized.
No.
And said like, well, it's probably not true.
No, she just goes like, I don't know what I say. I get upset. It's like, I guess so. But like, and again, I hate this like accusing someone's like. I think that's just a shitty plot line.
I don't like that. I don't like that whole.
That's a weapon in the arsenal of people.
No, I don't either. Unless that's actually true. I mean, when Leanne said that in that behind closed doors and it was whispered and it was so eerie.
It was just the best thing that that monologue will be used in like auditions for Juilliard years to come, and that monologue will be making its way through those doors.
It absolutely will.
It's pure drama.
Yeah. I kind of believed her.
Yeah, I mean,
but then again, I was like, oh, she's probably on pain medicine, so she's saying really weird stuff. But then on the boat, she never said, you know what? I was on a lot of pain medicine. I don't know what I was talking
like,
crazy.
I was crystal clear. I knew exactly what I was doing. Next week's episode looks explosive. Did we know this about Carrie being the nanny for Mark?
Oh no. No, we did not know this.
I thought she was just his nurse.
No.
But then there was some revelation that Carrie was actually the nanny.
Oh, I thought it was someone else that was the nanny for Mark.
I thought it was Carrie.
Oh my God. This is going to be interesting.
So that was a big revelation.
You're probably right. I thought it was someone else in the group that was the nanny for Mark. Why did I think that? Well, that wouldn't make sense. It must be Carrie.
I might be wrong. That's what I gleaned from, again, that... He has older
he's got
kids.
2 like older kids.
And then he has the little one who he resents.
That would make so much sense though, because there was controversy about them getting together, which was again last season.
I knew about that. I knew of that controversy, but I thought it was just that she was his nurse.
But me too. And so now you're saying, I missed that. Ooh,
I just saw it in
I'm
the
excited.
ad, but I could be getting the players wrong, but I didn't think so.
No, I think you're right. That makes. Who else could it be? I mean, Leanne? No, she was too busy at the carnival. Yeah.
But yeah, so it was a good episode. I mean, it's always good. I think next week will be
and
more.
Deandra's great.
I'm loving
Deandra's mom.
Deandra's a lot of fun.
Oh God, I love
D.
Right?
Well, it was funny to me when Deandra was like, well, in business, it's like, Deandra, you don't know business. I love you, sweetie, but you are not in charge of any business.
She's trying so hard.
God bless her. Like, I hope it all works out for her, but I think that your mom's going to take that company with her when she dies.
She is. She's going to be buried with it 100%.
All those hand creams and also vitamin juices. Like there's a lot going on at that company.
And in the reading of the will, it's going to be a sad day when you realize that the company's shut down.
She's like, and the company goes to myself. I'm taking it with me.
It goes to Keaton.
Keaton. Oh,
I'm obsessed with Keaton.
Me too. Well, I've said on the show, I think
you have.
Not that I'm obsessed with him, but that I think he's a serial killer.
Oh, you have? Oh, really?
That is my impression.
Oh, that's interesting. I think he's like going to be running a Fortune 500 company.
Wow,
I think he's going to be so successful because she's like, you're ruining your life. Like, why don't you stay here and be on a reality show? And he's like, and I'm out. I think he's just being so mature, and it's like I need to be somewhere else.
See, I took it as like this quiet is an anger, and I will kill you first, and then go on to kill others.
Oh God!
I know that's dark,
Keaton
guys.
does sound like a serial killer name.
There's something in his eye I don't trust. So I have made a bold statement that is not fair or not right and based on no knowledge.
Let's revisit this in a couple of years, and we
see.
either both of us could either very well be dead on,
or he's just gonna like work as like a manager at an enterprise rent-a-car or something, like, which is fine too. Like, I'm just saying, like, it could just go right down the middle.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
true.
fine.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a little break and then we'll come back and do OC. All right. Now, OC, look, we're all struggling with OC right now. There's not a lot. That meeting with Vicky and Tamra was a miss. Nothing happened.
God, that was really, really, it was really intense and disappointing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which is kind of like, there's a lot of setup this season. Again, I'm not going to say again that I'm just like done over it. Like, look,
Tamra was pest. She went in pest, and I definitely felt like, actually, Tamra tweeted something like that meeting was an hour long.
Really?
Yeah, she said the meeting was like an hour long. There were so many insults that I couldn't take it anymore. And I'm just wondering, why didn't we see that?
Yeah.
Because that's all we want to see, up until this episode, I've been very, let's keep Vicky around. Let's keep Vicky around. She's the OG, of the OC. And I'm fine with her. Like, I had no problem with the cancer scam. I can bounce back from that.
Oh, I'm all okay. Bounce back.
Okay, yeah. But Shannon.
Came back stronger than ever, I'd say.
Shannon and Tamra couldn't bounce back from that.
No.
And that became really annoying and frustrating for me as a viewer. I was like, this is just bullshit. Why don't you just accept what her apology is and move on? Because there was a point there where I really felt like we could have moved on.
Yeah.
And Shannon and Tamra, they put up the roadblocks and they did not let her move past that.
No.
And so then Vicky got as dirty as she could possibly get.
Oh, she went
and
down
now
and dirty.
None of us can come back from the things that she said. And now I'm like, well, where else are you going to go now, Vicky? You have to leave.
Go. Yeah, we have nowhere else to go with Vicky.
No.
And I thought it was a very telling scene when all she's left with is that little boy, Coco.
Oh, God, Coco.
In that scene when she's like, nobody else talk to me, Coco. Just like, it's you and me, Coco. You're going to be my friend, Coco. And it was just like, poor Coco. But
Poor
that's where we
Coco.
are now, is Vicky is left with Coco.
She's left alone with Coco. And there were so many, that among a million awkward moments. This was the episode where there were so many awkward moments, I could barely even keep up with them. And then when Peggy was like, Coco, get in the middle of Vicky and Shannon or Tamra and kiss.
Yeah.
And so between that and then the Vicky interaction, that little boy is going to be scarred for
Yeah.
for life.
To be left alone with any of those women was tough for Coco.
Yeah.
Eddie, like when Vicky said the thing about like, I don't know why Eddie's using you. I mean, maybe to get a gym. I don't know. You're asking me. It's like, what? Like, she's so passive aggressive and aggressive at the same time.
She's like, I like Eddie. I like Eddie. I like him. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
You have been telling people that he is gay.
You're her husband.
And you're still sticking to it. Like
and
the
then
last
she goes,
time they met.
she's like, I don't know what more I could have done. I don't know what I did wrong.
Oh my God. She needed to apologize
Somehow
so
I failed.
hard. If she could have just apologized like really, really hard, like doubled down, gave it her all, grand finale at that Patch's coffee shop or wherever the hell they were, which looked like a middle school girls, camp trip or something. If she could have just apologized, I still had faith that maybe they can bounce back from this just for the sake of the show, that Tamra could have possibly done it. Because she was teetering there.
Yeah, but no, Vicky she
no.
can't. She can't. And then, you know who I hate just the most, and I've said it a lot, is Lydia. I usually like watching these women spend money.
Yeah,
I
that was
enjoy
rough.
watching them buy ridiculous things. Watching her spend me money, I wasn't even jealous. Watching her and her mom in that store spending their stupid money like made me angry. And like, you don't deserve this goddamn money.
Yeah, because she told us this is an inheritance. If we don't need to, I'm glad we kind of know that because there are a lot of questions answered. But now I'm like, I kind of hate you.
Yeah. I'm not interested. Now, speaking of OC, look, the episode wasn't that great this week, but we did, as promised, get in Nobleman Magazine.
Oh, yes.
Guys, This magazine is so fucking heavy and the writing is so goddamn small that an adult human being can. Have you seen this writing in this magazine?
No.
Look how small that is.
Oh my God. Wow. Yeah, you're going to need your readers
You're
for
going to
this.
need reading glasses. Even if you have 20/20, the reading is impossible.
It's like Restoration Hardware catalog.
It's mostly car ads.
Yeah.
This magazine
Well, Deco's
is
Wheels.
85% car ads.
and there's no real articles.
No. There's an article called like, it's all about like men getting massages and motorcycles. Like it's all ads. And,
Gentlemen like ads.
Yeah, it's all like gentlemen driving like 1940s cars. It's so weird.
And tell the people how much this cost.
This magazine was, April, can you let us know? $25. This is a magazine.
A magazine in
It
this
took
day and age.
4 weeks to come to our house after post ordering it. So you don't even get it. It is coming. I could have driven down in an afternoon and got it from the printer. And
could have
gotten
gone
it
to
back.
Lydia's
It is-
house.
yes, I literally could. And faster, like, so we think that there is a printing press that prints them one at a time. Because there is no way.
There's definitely special
Here's
ordered.
a quote from Nobleman Magazine.
Oh my God.
The man cave was truly designed by gentlemen for gentlemen. This is the kind of gems that you are getting. And yes, Jeremy Renner is on the cover.
Yeah, that was surprising to me. How did they get Jeremy Renner?
I don't know. There's an article called Brunch Like a Boss.
I kind of like that.
worst.
Turn that into a show, and I would watch that.
Yeah, right. It's just like summer cocktails. It is. It is the.
But it's exactly what Lydia. Well, Lydia was like, it's about gentlemen being gentlemen in a gentleman's world, in a gentleman's club
Yeah.
for gentlemen, and that's really what it looks like.
and it's just like
If
centerfolds of watches. You know what I mean? Like it's and like barrels of beer. Like it's so the worst magazine I've ever seen in my life.
It is because there's nothing going on in it.
No. And there's like an ad, of course, with like Randy Gerber and George Clooney
Oh,
for their stupid fucking tequila.
that's like Cindy Crawford's husband, right?
Yeah, all the men who read Nobleman, Doug and alike, just want to be like,
Are in it.
yeah, like just want to be like two dudes hanging out with Randy Gerber and George Clooney. Like that's the dream for all of them. Like this is, you
I'm
guys.
so curious what the interview with Jeremy Renner is about.
I'll find it real quick for you.
Yeah, because how in the world? Who's got the connection with him?
I know. I'm looking. The writing is so small. Here's a quote: "Stories tell the world about who you are. It's important." They've even made Jeremy Renner sound like a bro. Like, and maybe he is, but it's just like
I think Jeremy Renner sourced out this interview.
yeah, like let's talk about motorcycles. That's literally what's so appealing. That's a question they ask him. We're gonna go in deep, Jeremy. Like these aren't the questions you're gonna get in like a Vanity Fair
Right.
or a New Yorker.
They were
Like
sent to him over text.
we're gonna go in deep. Motorcycles. Don't
Yes
they make your
or no?
dick hard? Like that's the kind of question that we're getting about. Yeah, that's something I love. It's so this magazine is so bad.
Wow.
I'm kind of obsessed.
They rolled it out. They really rolled it out.
Yeah.
I was surprised that it even existed, to be honest.
No, it shouldn't. That's because it shouldn't. Like who I would like to know, does anyone work on Nobleman Magazine? Like I'd like to call out to our
or sold
listeners.
an ad to Nobleman.
Yeah, like do anyone here have an involvement in Nobleman besides Lydia and her husband, who still has his balls, contrary to what everyone was saying? They just don't have.
And then I was surprised. This must not be the first issue.
No, Matt Damon is on another issue.
Would that be the first one? Because Peggy and Deco are not in this.
No, Peggy and Deco are not. There's just,
Okay.
So yeah, no. this is...
I actually want to ask you, what do you think of Peggy and Deco?
I have hated them until this last episode. And now somehow I was charmed by them this episode. Maybe it was the party and the loosening up, even though Lydia was like, I mean, their kids are here and there's belly dancing. I was like, fuck off, Lydia. Fuck right off.
Yeah.
Like her judgmental bullshit.
Yeah, after the hamburger Marys.
Yeah,
we can't take any more of this.
Can't, like,
you need to relax.
Belly dancing. It's not something like it's of their culture.
Yeah.
They're having fun. She's like, are they handing dollar bills? Like, they're just paying this woman. Like,
Relax,
it's not a stripper.
Lydia, relax.
Yes, I agree. I've actually liked Peggy and Deco from the beginning, just because I think they bring a different vibe.
They are definitely a different vibe, but
They're definitely a different vibe, but she doesn't want to talk about anything, which is hilarious.
no, she
on
doesn't.
a housewives show.
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Don't
talk.
Don't come to me. I tell you, I'm stronger than that. Like she's always telling you, I'm stronger than that. You don't want to mess with me. Like she's
Yeah.
And I'm like,
she just feels a little put on sometimes with this. She doesn't know what phrases she know what certain phrases
what
mean.
does with me and the monkey in the middle? Like she's always just like, okay, fine. It's fine. And then Shannon becomes unhinged at the end. Now Shannon.
Oh, wow. It's amazing how even Deco can set her off because he couldn't have been more kind.
He was just diplomatic. And
he was
just
pretty,
like, again, there was miscommunication. And again, as I've said all the time, like somehow whether someone has cancer or not is just suddenly up for grabs in the OC. And it's just like, we don't take it at face value when someone says it. It's okay. But it is...
Yeah, she got
unhinged.
And I think it was because it was the end of the night. She had some drinks.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just don't know what else to do, but then to just be flabbergasted and cry.
Yeah. I mean, we've all been there.
But it's so funny how Shannon can get spun so fast. And her always reactions always like, I don't know. She's constantly on this like treadmill of being completely astounded about what's going on.
I would like someone to send me you doing Shannon and Shannon doing Shannon. And I bet I will not be able to pick the difference between the two of them.
Oh, I don't know.
So you do Shannon real quick.
Okay. Well, will you be, I don't know, let's recreate a scene. The limo or something on the way home. Was it Tamara that's like, what happened?
What happened? What happened?
Yeah.
Tamara, I don't know. I was just sitting there with Deco and he comes up to me and then Peggy with her necklace. And then all of a sudden, and David, David doesn't say anything. The last thing he wants to do, he doesn't even want to be involved with me, let alone be involved with this cancer scam. Apparently, I don't know.
Oh, Amy Phillips, you're a treasure. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for
You're
having
so
me.
funny,
I
and
love
you're
you guys.
truly
Thank
a
you.
talent. Everybody listen to her show on Sirius XM.
Yes.
And anything else you want to plug? You have a show you're doing?
Oh, yeah. I'm in Mama's Boy. It's an improv group, Diversity Fest for Second City coming up.
In Los Angeles?
Yes, at the Improv Lab.
Okay.
I think it's on the 19th.
And follow her on Twitter. What's your Twitter handle on your Instagram?
Amy Phillips _.
Amy Phillips _ Thank you, April. Thank you, Lyra. April, for getting Nobleman. You really had to sift through some shit to get some Nobleman. And thank you to Casey, who is still with baby at home. Thank you to Luz and July and everyone at Earwolf. We'll see you guys next week with another really good guest.
Bye.
Earwolf? More like Fearwolf.
Get ready to quake in your headphones because Earwolf's movie podcasts are talking about horror movies the entire month of October. Listen to How Did This Get Made? The Canon and Cracked Movie Club dissect spine-tingling horror classics all month long.
And watch out for special spooktacular episodes of Gilbert Gottfried's amazing colossal podcast, The Cracked Podcast, and Who Charted, or should I say, Boo Charted?
Subscribe!
#FearWolf. And beware of podcasts that go bump in the night.
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Ackerman, Chris Bannon, and Colin Anderson. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.